Alexander Sandy Boneyman Jr. Mr. Evans, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. This is actually the my comeback show, if you will. We've put together 29 episodes since January. We do about one a week. Our original goal was to try to find as many World War II vets as we can, but as you know, they're getting harder and harder to find. And so the show kind of spun off more into World War II reenacting, as well as all things World War II. We tried to interview as many authors, producers, anyone with any interest of getting the history of World War II out there. And I'm super excited to have you join us tonight. First things first, let's get a little background history on you, if you don't mind.
Sure. Well, I grew up, was born and raised in Colorado and spent most of my life in the Rocky Mountains, Wyoming, New Mexico, places like that.
If you don't mind.
I have been a journalist for a lot of my life. I've also done some sort of PR work and things like that. I'm now a freelance writer, and I've published 4 books. This most recent book, which is about my grandfather, Alexander Boneyman, or Sandy as he was known, really has, almost consumed my life in the very best possible way since about 2010, when I really sort of plunged headlong into the subject matter of this book.
Well, the first thing, you kind of answered one of my first questions, which was reading this book. I love the way you laid it out. The reading is super compelling. It's very easy to follow along with, but I love the fact that you kind of switch back and forth. You lay out your grandfather's early childhood history in one chapter. The next chapter, you'll start off in his military how he, his enlistment in the military. Then the next chapter, you'll kind of switch to how you got started in the recovery of going down to Tarawa and trying to help locate his remains. And then the next chapter, you'll go back to more of his childhood and his teenage years. And so even though it bounces around, it's very easy to follow, and it's a nice way to get all the information across in a very concise, conducive way. And it's really a really fantastic read, and I love that. And before you came on, said you have multiple other books in journalism. I was going to compliment you on Digitized live in Studio 1B in Cape Coral, Florida. It's the Waterman and D-Train show. We opened the show as our audio test for the video stream with an interview I did with Clay Boneyman Evans, the grandson of First Lieutenant Medal of Honor recipient Alexander Boneyman Jr., the only Medal of Honor recipient from the Battle of Tarawa to never be recovered during World War II. His bones were not recovered from the island of Tarawa until 2013. Check out that fantastic book, Bones of My Grandfather. You can check out that interview I did with him on the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast, available now at What's the Scuttlebutt with D's, not T's.com and D-410.com. But now that I got the shameless plug out of the way, let's get on with the show.
Yeah.
The man without the neck tattoo, we'll get into that later. He had me very pissed off, but he surprised me. Here he is, your buddy, Dave the Waterman.
All right, brother. How you doing, man?
Better now.
Sound like you had a killer interview there.
I was so pissed at you last night.
I know you were. Because I don't typically get texts late at night from you, man. And you sent me one, like, I don't know, it had to have been close to 1 a.m. And you're like, WTF, man, what are you doing? And
well, we all know that on Friday you posted a picture of some tattoo needles saying today's the day of my new tattoo. And the question was, where the hell do you get tattoo money? But then last night you posted this lonely, forlorn photo of yourself on Instagram.
Yeah. Because I'm bored, bro.
With what appeared to be, now it's not a very clear photo, but what I can make out, what appeared to be like 1990s style tribal tattoo ink right around your jawline. And I'm like, this dumb son of a bitch went out and got a neck tattoo. As many years as he's known us, and all the comments we've made about people with neck tattoos when we do stories on the Stan Haney show, and
Yeah.
And I was telling my brother, I'm like, that dumb son of a bitch went out and got a fucking neck tattoo.
No way. You talked to your brother and told him
my
that?
brother's like, man, that's just nothing but a reflection of his poor life choices. I said, I know. I said, he just got a promotion where he's going to be out going to people's offices and houses.
That's funny.
And how long does he think that's going to work showing up with a neck tattoo?
That's funny, man.
The only reation you get a neck tattoo is when your arms are already sleeved up, your chest is already done, and you have no more room. So when I see a picture of you with what looked like old school tribal ink around your neck, I was like, what the fuck did he do?
Bro. Look, man.
And I was like, man, I hope he didn't promise this guy a free mention on the air, because if the quality of this tattoo was shit, I was going to lambaste him.
No.
And I was all prepared just to dig into you for having the world's worst neck tattoo.
Bro, when I pulled up and you popped the garage, I knew I saw your eyes. I saw your eyes, dude.
I don't want to look at this.
You didn't even want to look at me, man. You were so pissed when you popped the garage, bro. And I'm
like, there's plenty of space on his scraggly ass body to get a free tattoo, but a fucking neck tattoo.
I know, dude. I know. It's gnarly, and it shouldn't, never do that unless you got to be committed to getting tattoos when you start doing neck tattoos. You know what I'm saying? But I had some spare tattoo needles. And my buddy's got this what they call a 6-shooter. And apparently it's a 6-shooter tack gun. And so we've been practicing around with it. And
whatever happened to like penning up some baloney or some shit? I mean,
no, man, no, bro. It might be jailhouse style, bro, or whatever. But I'm down for it. It doesn't bother me really, because it's a reflection of people that I've hung out with, I guess you could say, in a way. And what their skill levels are and what they become.
Yes, and it's all right that if you want to donate your skin to some first year tattoo, but you usually hide that shit, whether it's on your ass cheek, your upper thigh,
neck. I get it.
Around not your goddamn neck.
I know, bro.
And especially not some 1990s looking tribal ink. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This guy.
Dude, I know. You were so pissed, man. You were so pissed.
I can't believe I'm telling you.
Dumb. I was sitting there going, my phone went off, and I went, it's like almost 1 a.m.
I even texted Haney. I said, you're dipshit friend when I'm going to do tattoo.
Did you?
He never replied back to me, though.
Dude, no wonder he hadn't replied back to me, man.
I was pissed. Like, it was like midnight. I was like, the only person that knows Haney. I was like, you're dipshit friend when I got a neck tattoo. And he never replied to me. I was so pissed.
Oh, no. So Monday I'm catching hell again.
Well, you don't have to worry about catching hell because you were smart enough not to do it.
No, it's just an outline of something that's, it's like, okay, let's just, play around and see what we can get done.
And it was like borderline like your jawbone, like where your beard line would
be.
Like an
Amish.
It was like, I was like, the placement's dumb, the tattoo's dumb. I can't believe this asshole went out and got a neck tattoo. I was furious.
I know, you were so pissed, dude. You were so pissed, man. I'm telling you, man, when the phone, in fact, let me see. I think I still got it.
I didn't send you a regular text. I sent you I posted on Instagram. I said,
it was on Instagram.
I said, you went out and got a fucking neck tattoo. And I waited about 30 seconds and I deleted it. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to rag him on his own page.
I was wondering.
But I went and deleted it because I was pissed.
I was wondering because I immediately clicked on it and then I was like, it was gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I wanted to respond, but I was going to tell you, what was up. So then that's when I sent you the.
But I didn't reply to it because I was pissed. When he said it was just an outline, I thought you got the outline but not got the color done. I thought you were saying you got the outline. I was dumbass.
No, man. No, man. I just, like I say, I find myself doing odd things on the weekends, man. You know what I'm saying? Stupid stuff, stupid shit, as you could say.
Yes.
Getting myself in trouble, whatever. But this weekend I stayed out of trouble, man. I relaxed. I stayed, I kind of just chilled. But that was, the most trouble that I kind of associated with. I was in this dark, dingy trailer, and like, I'm hanging out with some strange cats, and the dude's got the gun going, it's like, he's like, hold on, man, I got to tighten it up and stuff. And I'm thinking, all right, whatever, bro. Let's just. I want something. I just wanted to get.
Raise your mic stand up a little bit. It's below your chin.
Is it? We better.
Well, your anchor's gone. While you're fixing your microphone, I'm going to go ahead and get the show started.
We are. Okay.
Yeah. We'll tighten that part down and then loosen the wheel because apparently you don't know how to use a microphone stand.
Shut up,
and
bro.
then raise it up.
Don't even talk to me. Man, I've been in the business too.
Tonight, I want to talk to you, everybody, about traditions and childhood milestones.
Oh, shit.
And why we as a society are actively trying to destroy them.
Do I look all right?
Yeah. Growing up, well, your microphone's still down below your chin. That's my whole point. You're talking into the top of it instead of there you go,
sounds
Billy.
Better that way, dude.
Not really. But anyhow.
Yeah, it does. I like over here.
So, growing up, you remember your childhood milestones, right? When you turn 13, you're officially a teenager.
Yeah, man.
When you turn 15, you can get your driving temps. Turn 16, you get your license.
Oh, yeah.
When you get to middle school, you have your first dance.
No, I never did do any of that. But
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about society. We're talking about childhood milestones and traditions.
Okay, right on.
Get 15, you can get your first work permit and go out and get a job.
Damn right.
Get into high school, you have your first freshman dance.
Damn right.
And the whole purpose of this is you have homecoming and then prom. I didn't go to neither one of them.
No, me neither.
Now, I've stated in past episodes, I am not a fan of kindergarten, 5th grade, and 8th grade graduation ceremonies. And this has been going on a long time where when kids finish kindergarten and going on elementary school, the parents will dress up. Yes, and they look cute, and that's kind of funny. I get it. That's more for the parents than the kids. But then there's some people who do it when they leave elementary school, and then some school. Exactly why? Because to me, every time you have these graduation ceremonies, you take away the meaning of it. You take away the purpose of it. Because so by the time you're a senior in high school, your kid is like, well, I've already done this 4 times. Why do I care if I go?
Yeah, there's no sense in showing up. Yeah, right.
Okay, well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, around 7 o'clock tonight, the Dixie Roadhouse was rented out to a private party.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was homecoming night.
For who?
For a bunch of 6-year-old football players and cheerleaders.
What?
That is correct. I understand. Hey, you want to get your kids started in football? Great. Start them young. You want to get your kids started in cheerleading? Great. Start them young. But do they really need to have a homecoming dance? You're renting out the Dixie Roadhouse for what? A bunch of 6-year-olds to floss in the middle of the dance floor for 2 hours?
Bro, that sounds crazy.
Why do we keep taking milestones that have a purpose, that have tradition, that have meaning? Homecoming is meant for when you're in high school. It's something you look forward to if you're into the popular culture stuff through middle school. You look forward to your first freshman dance. When you're a junior or a senior, you hope maybe somebody asks you to senior prom, or when you're a junior, you can't wait for homecoming.
Right on.
But to have a bunch of 6-year-old kids having a homecoming
players,
dance.
Cheerleaders having their
homecoming from what? From going from the McGregor playground to the Pelican football field? I mean,
junior varsity or something, or whatever it is.
I don't know. Last Friday, one of the local elementary schools had a dance. Once again, it was more just kids running around in circles and actually having a dance, but they actually had a formal dance. And I remember when I was in school, we didn't have our first dance until you got to middle school. That was something you looked forward to. When you got elementary school, you traveled on to middle school and you start doing more adult things.
Right, yeah.
But now you're having 5th grade dances. You're having 6-year-olds having homecoming dances. I jokingly asked, when's prom?
Dude, bro, this is ridiculous to me. This sounds.
It's for the parent, not the kids. You think
exactly?
You think when they're 12, they're going to remember their homecoming when they're 6 years old?
That is for the parents to take pictures in some sort of social environment to post up on social media.
But to rent out one of the largest dance clubs,
of course, why not? Do it? Why not? If these people have the money, why not? Okay, if they have the money to do this, I know it sounds absurd. I think it's absurd. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put my money into it.
Okay, if you want to have a dance for your kids at 6 years old, have a dance. But don't call it homecoming because that is a tradition. That is a milestone. That is part of American culture.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly on
That's something you look forward to is when you're in 8th grade. Oh, hey, I'm going to go to high school. We get to look forward to homecoming. We get to look forward to prom. We get to look forward to band camp. We get to look forward to whatever.
Right. I can't wait for,
And so now you're just kind of taking away the meaning
of homecoming completely.
The whole concept of having 6-year-olds having a homecoming dance to me is just ludicrous.
Well, the whole thing, this whole how shall I put it? The whole entire system has gotten out of control. And what I mean is I've seen people that have just given birth to babies that all of a sudden have a Facebook page, and the babies has a Facebook page, okay? And it's like the whole thing's where it's going.
I kind of understand that if you have family all spread out through the country, grandparents in Tennessee, grandparents in Nevada.
Weird. That's weird to me,
if it's
man.
a private page and it's invite only, I get that. But yeah, if you're doing public pages and you're basically
saying, "Hey, look, I just have a newborn and it's eating Gerber, and check this out,"
trying to get some free food.
Well, yeah, sorry about that, but
I mean the parent trying to get enough. It's like you're not a goddamn Kardashian.
No, not at all. You're not North by Northwest or whatever the hell the kid's name is.
I think it's a country festival, North by Northwest.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay, I thought that was the damn kid's name, man. I don't know. Northwest, whatever the hell.
And this topic leads, I was talking to my brother about this, and he brought up a new phrase, a new terminology that has been put out there. We are all familiar with the phrase that's been kicked around for a few years called helicopter parents, correct?
I've heard of it, but I haven't delved into the meaning.
Helicopter parents have been around since 2000. These are parents that constantly hover over their children and all their interactions. They basically just hover over them.
Yeah,
They're part of the reason why kids are so spoiled.
Sheltered, spoiled.
Well, the new catchphrase is now meet the lawnmower parent, the new helicopter parent of 2018. Now, if you want to know what a lawnmower parent is,
I kind of like it. Sounds cool. What does that mean?
A lawnmower parent is someone who goes out of their way to remove any obstacle, hardship, choices, or questions that their child may face growing up.
Oh, come on.
And
I thought that meant hard work, bro.
And the USA Today article talking about lawnmower parents, I'm not going to read it verbatim, but just to go over it, it stems from a popular website called weareteachers.com, where a teacher was talking about the use of the new phrase lawnmower parent, and the example she used, she was busy doing her planning time, which teachers don't get a lot of planning time during the day.
Yeah.
And she got a call from the office, you need to come down, so-and-so's parents here, they need to drop off something important. And so she was thinking, okay, I got to get on and get lunch money, an inhaler. By the way, it's a middle school child. An inhaler, homework.
God help us.
She gets down there, and there's business dad, got a suit on, his tie, and he has one of those stainless steel 18-ounce water bottles.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He drove from work to the school to drop off a stainless steel 18-ounce water bottle because heaven forbid the child use the drinking fountain.
Oh my God.
And the teacher played it off, but she's like, hello, we have...
Your child got one of these filters built into it.
Your child is
going the water out of the damn faucet from the school or something.
Well, it's just the fact of the matter is, and they're trying to, ask you, okay, well, how do you determine what's a quality concern versus a helicopter parent model? I mean, not helicopter, but a lawnmower parent model. The problem is not the parent's willingness to help a child succeed. Dude. That's admirable and understandable. The problem comes when the parent repeated efforts to eliminate any and all struggle so that the child are ill-equipped when they grow up, and life inevitably kicks them in the ass. And here are some examples of lawnmower parents. One high school teacher explained that they got an email from a parent asking them to escort their sophomore child from class to class to make sure that they are not late.
Are you kidding me?
High school parents sent an email requesting that one of the staff from the lunchroom blow on their child's food to make sure it's not too hot. And so,
dude, I'm losing it.
So the example this article gives for parents, if you want to know if your child's concern or request is important, here's the question you ask yourself. If your child doesn't have a smartphone on them or smartphones didn't exist, if the situation was important enough that the child would go down to the principal's office, use their phone, and call you and request to put in the energy, burn the calories to actually have you bring said item down, then it may be an emergency. But chances are, if your child didn't have that instant line of communication with you, They wouldn't be asking you for these things. Thus, it wouldn't be an emergency, such as bringing a stainless steel 13-ounce water bottle down to the school when they have plenty of drinking fountains.
Hey, Dad, I need stainless steel. Stat. Dude, what a puss.
It's insane.
Dude, that is so insane, man, because I got nothing but ass whippings. If you didn't get out there and get the job done, you know, whatever it is, cut the grass, do some dishes, you know, whatever it was at the time, you know, hey, you're going to get an ass whipping.
And the problem is, like,
and it was like, man, or you know, I don't know how it was for the ladies, probably different, but for guys, it was, you know, I was going to get my ass whipped if I didn't get out there and get the yard done, raked up, all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Help out with the car if the car was broken down, working on the car, you know, whatever it was, man.
Well, and we're kind of seeing the result of this now with college kids. I mean, the political landscape right now has been insane, but you've been seeing on colleges where a comedian comes and has some jokes that they don't agree with. They freak out. They want to prevent the comedian from showing up.
Absolutely.
They have a public speaker who's been booked to come. They find out what the subject matter of said speech is. They don't agree with it. They either freak out and try to yell them down, or they protest to try to get it shut down. Because let's face it, the college kids, these kids haven't had the ability to thicken their skin, as we've talked about in past episodes. They haven't been required to face adversity and things that they don't accept. And you see this now, especially in politics. You try to talk to these kids about whether it's Trump or anything else, and instead of having a debate where they present their argument and the reasons why they don't like somebody, they just scream at you, literally, not just scream comments, but just, they have a effing meltdown.
Yeah. They do. And complete meltdown.
And 20 years from now, these are going to be 30 and 40-year-old folks. They're going to be trying to run small businesses. I mean,
running the country.
And you're seeing it now where corporations have to change their model to accommodate these kids. I mean, it was a joke 3 years ago where Stan and I were joking. We're watching college kids. They have to be the van drivers would have to be lined up and instructed showing how to jump the vans, because two of them had burned through jumper cables by hooking them up wrong. I was at Publix a few weeks ago.
Dude, don't even tell me that.
I was at Publix a few weeks ago.
Do not tell me what you're doing.
Hello, hold on one moment. Waterman and D-Train show. Hold on 1 second. No. I was at Publix a few weeks ago, and there's a cat in his 20s standing out in Publix with a set of jumper cables in his hand.
Positive, negative,
looking dumbfounded. And a gentleman about my age, maybe a little older, came over and had to give him instructions.
Said, "Yo, bro, hey,
on how to jump his car."
Step back. You're gonna catch something wrong.
Waterman and D-Train, who's this?
What's up, man?
It's Junior.
Hey, what's up, fella?
Not much. Dave told me to call in tonight.
Oh, okay, well, you called in. What's going on?
Dave, why did you tell me to call in tonight? What's going on?
I was just saying, hey, man, give us a call. At least say hello.
Have you been drinking, fella?
Huh?
Have you been drinking?
Have I been drinking?
Yeah, you seem a little swervy in the mouth.
No.
No, okay.
Not yet.
You're starting to look clear now. First, you sound like you're a few sheets.
I've been working all day.
Oh, yeah? What are you producing today?
Christian radio.
Sweet.
You're still working on that?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Is it a podcast or is it music?
It's on some radio station. I don't know where. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's a podcast.
Nah, you don't care. You're just getting paid. You don't care. You're just getting paid, bro. I get you.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Christian music, especially hip hop, has come a long way. I was actually talking to you a few weeks ago about NF and Andy Mineo.
Oh, yeah, about that rapper and stuff, yeah.
What? Christian hip hop?
Oh, Christian hip hop has come a long way.
There's Christian hip hop, yeah.
There's a fella called NF.
Yeah.
His stuff, a lot of the mainstream Christian don't like him. They think his stuff's too dark because his mom overdosed on pills.
Okay.
And so, he doesn't cuss, but his stuff's kind of dark, but it's because he's dealing with his emotions. But the music is great, and you have lyrical content. Andy Mineo is great.
I'll have to check it out.
And they don't beat you over the head, on all their songs with the Christ stuff. But once again, I was listening to Pandora. I think I was listening to MGK. I was listening to Machine Gun Kelly.
Get out of here.
And NF came on his station. I'm like, who's this? And it wasn't until I Googled him that I realized he's considered Christian rap. And so I looked up his music, and then Andy Mineo and a couple other cats came on. The production's great, and they actually have lyrical content, and they actually have skill, and it's pretty impressive.
Well, that's pretty damn cool. So what else is going on, Don, man?
FGK got bodied by Eminem, bro.
Dude, did he not get just totally epically slammed by him or what, man?
I'm sorry, Eminem came at him like hard as hell, dude.
Bro, that album that he
I haven't
dropped,
heard the whole album.
the Kamikaze album that he dropped, man, out of nowhere, just really railed on a lot.
I don't think it's as bad. I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty good, man.
I've never really liked FGK.
No, man.
Have you ever heard any of his stuff, though?
Style.
Well, you seen the picture he took, right? He was opening up for Fall Out Boy, and apparently, everybody's going, hey, we didn't know this guy had this many fans, but he was actually opening up for Fall Out Boy, and Fall Out Boy is kind of a pretty big band, and they had they had like a Germain Arena style of of fans all out there, and then he turns around and does
An arena.
Did you see that photo?
No.
Yeah, you seen that photo, Don? Or Don?
No.
I got two Dons here, either Don or Don. But yeah, man. Anyway, so he turns around, he stands, and he gives the big middle finger up to him, and it's like, yo, and everybody's going, man, there's no way this guy's got 25,000 fans packed in an arena, man. He's good, but he's not that damn good. You know what I'm saying? Eminem will pack that
for
arena.
the young crowd. You'd be surprised, though, man.
You're probably, you could be right.
Check out his song "Spotlight." That's a great song.
Who?
MGK.
Spotlight.
MGK.
I'll look it up.
Yep.
I'll have to check that one out, man. So what else has been going on today, man? What have you been doing? What did you do last night, man? Did you party?
Did I party today? Nah.
Nah, he's working, man.
No chicks or nothing, man? Come on, man.
I'm a working boy.
Yeah, come on, man. No chicks, no nothing.
I literally just started drinking.
Oh!
I still have a little bit
You
left.
keep splattering your mic all over the place, and then I got to turn you down, and then you get upset.
Well, dude, you just...
That's right.
What the hell is that?
It's my
So
background music,
all right. Well, good for you, man. Good for you, man. Where you hanging out at, man? Where you at?
I'm out at the studio right now.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, I'll see you
I'm
Tuesday.
taking a little break right now.
Hey, brother, I'll see you Tuesday, man. We're gonna have just an insane.
On Tuesday. Dave's gonna come in and lay down some vocals with Randy.
That's what I understand, but I was a little concerned that
It's gonna be
he's going to be laying down vocals for a song he's never even seen.
Don't worry, bro. I got it, man.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Dude,
I've heard the song a million times, and it's a Dave song.
It's my song, right, man? Is it fast?
It's a Dave song. Randy will guide you through it. You'll be fine.
He always does, man. Randy's one hell of a producer, man. That guy can guide you through some stuff, man. No doubt about it. So, what do you think? Is it fast? I mean,
he'll guide you through it.
Are the guitars fast? We got some killer lyrics.
Yeah, I think all we need now on that song is just some lyrics.
Well, you know who's gonna bring those, man. I'll be there for that, man, all damn day.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, Junior, thanks for calling in. I want to keep the show moving. We got a few more topics. We got a late start tonight, but I hope to see you on Friday.
Damn right, brother.
I'll see you on Friday.
All right, man. I'll see you Tuesday.
Bitcoin. What do you know about it?
Bitcoin. I know that it went through the roof. I know a lot of people bought into it. I know that people were using it on the dark web for transactions. I know people were using it for other transactions as well, as far as...
well, when my stepbrother was down here for the funeral, I was telling him about it because he's actually a computer programmer. That's what he does. He said he's moved on to something different now. I forget what he called it, but
I've heard of a few.
He said back in the day he made quite a bit of money off of Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, well, I don't understand how it works. How does it gain its value?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is data mining? Because I have a friend of mine who's been trying to get me to set up a data mining server.
Right.
But I can't wrap my mind over how do you get value. And he said basically all data mining is doing, which I still don't understand how it gets its value, but data mining basically have a server that's trying to solve complex math equations.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, I don't know how once that complex math equation is finalized, how that converts into a value, but apparently it does. And he said how the whole thing got started was over a train. Now, I didn't think to ask him if it was over a model train or a real train. I'm going to assume a real train because of the value. But apparently there was a guy here in the United States, a computer programmer, and a cat in Japan.
Uh-huh.
And with the exchange rate and all that stuff, the price of the train was going to be astronomical due to the cash exchange rate and bank
Right.
transfers and this and that.
I get it.
And so the two of them came up with this whole concept of Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason I ask is I've seen my first Bitcoin ATM on Del Prado.
Get out.
Yep.
It's
It's at the gas station down by down on the corner of Veterans and Del Prado. It used to be a BP, but now it's a Shell.
Yeah. I know.
It's right next to the cash register, big red and white Bitcoin ATM. So if you have Bitcoin, you can go there and transfer it into card cash. So
No
Bitcoin is
shit.
finally getting enough structure that you can actually
They
have an
Bitcoin
ATM machine.
stations.
Yeah, they have a Bitcoin ATM right there at that mart.
No shit.
Yep.
Damn, man. I mean, this must be something that's really going to hit big. I heard that they were going to do that, but I didn't think it would be hearing,
Because I walked in and it said Bitcoin station. I was like, "What's that?" And I started looking at it. But yeah, it's a Bitcoin ATM.
Wow, that's intense. I know that it's a great way to transfer money globally, internationally. I know it's a great investment. People bought into it, and it went through the roof there, like 6-8 months ago. It was like at 14, 15.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know somebody's been trying to get me to set up a data mining server, and I just couldn't wrap my mind about how. And I was asking my stepbrother about it, and he said back in the day you used to be able to get free software to do it, but now all the to make money off of it, all the people who provide the software now charge for it. So it's not something you can go out and do.
Yeah.
With very little startup capital.
I know it's been losing value quite rapidly.
Well, because apparently there's some alternative versions of it coming out quickly, and so
people are competing big time with it. Yeah, absolutely. It's with all these apps and all this stuff that's going on, man. Come on, everybody's competing, left and right.
Well, I mean, and that's the crazy thing. I think we talked a few episodes back. Everything's getting internet connections and screens on them. Now you go to Home Depot, there's washing machines with screens and internet connections, so you can control your washing machine from your phone.
Yeah.
You have a refrigerator that has a screen on it that'll take you a photo of the inside of your refrigerator, send you a text so you know what groceries you need. To me, all that's going to do is show you a picture of a 6-week-old meatloaf you forgot to throw away.
You got a half gallon of milk.
But what people don't realize, or they're numb to, or they don't care, is anything with an internet connection and a screen is nothing more than a vehicle for advertising. And so you're going to be sitting in your kitchen making breakfast, and on that little screen, a Tide advertisement is going to pop up.
Right.
Or a cereal advertisement. And it's just, all you're doing is welcoming in more advertising into your daily life.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't know if these things have built-in speakers on them or not, but still, I mean...
Well, definitely. And not to totally change and jump subject, but you're talking about screens and technology and monitoring and the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, I think it's going to be tougher to be a drug dealer in the future than ever. And of course, there's always going to be ways around the technology, but your standard, like Bitcoin earlier, right? Soon, dope is going to be a bot.
You talking about heroin?
No, not just heroin, weed.
Well,
whatever.
weed's going to be the whole black market for weed is going to be gone as soon as all the states legalize it.
Well, that'll be legal. Okay, let's say you want to get some.
So as far as I'm concerned, outside of weed, I could give a shit if drug dealers can't deal their peddle or shit
mushrooms,
anymore.
ecstasy, whatever it is, club drugs, whatever it's going on at the time. Bitcoin is going to kind of be, I think, one of those companies where people are going to pass the money to be able to kind of that's what's happening in a way now, right? Yeah. Because money, and especially big stacks of cash, can be tracked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those strips and those little strips in the cash, man, that's just not a little strip there. That there's electronic wires in that shit. I don't know if you know that. There's electronic wires in that shit. And they can track every dollar bill now, man. I'm not joking it.
Why put the effort into that?
I don't know.
No, nobody carries cash anymore.
Dude, I don't know, but people, it's a thing, man.
That is a good segue into something I posted on our page a few days ago.
It's a thing, man. People, you can't be Pablo Escobar, bro, and stack up, or El Chapo and stack up.
That is a great segue into what I want to call digital communism. Have you heard about this yet? What China's doing?
No. What are they trying to? Are they trying to F with us hard again?
Not us, their own people. Because once again, even though China has come a long way in a capitalistic semi-society. They are still communists at their root. And what they have proposed is what they're enforcing is a new, let's just call it social credit. What they're doing is they're using geo-tracking, facial recognition on all the cameras throughout their society.
All right.
Your cell phones, your credit cards, and all that. And they have started ranking their citizens with their new social credit system. And here's how it works.
Pinpointing every.
It's even worse. Every purchase. Dave, you'd be fucked.
I probably would be.
Okay. If you get a low score as a social creditor, they'd ban you from flying or getting on the train.
Get the F out of here.
Perfect example. If they feel that you purchase too much alcohol, it lowers your social credit rating. If you go out and do voluntary community service, it increases your social rating.
Oh, that's a bunch of BS,
If you get caught smoking in a non-smoking section, it lowers your credit rating.
Oh, come on, man.
If you're a journalist and you speak out against the government, it lowers your social rating. One journalist has already been basically blacklisted and has a hard time. And by the way, if you have a low social credit score, you're not allowed to get high-end jobs.
That is crazy, man.
So they're completely. Oh, here you go.
Look at the construction of this country, man. I mean, they build all these buildings in these fake towns that are basically falling apart, man. How can they be doing this, man?
They will throttle your internet speed.
Throttle your internet speed.
Yeah, they will slow down your internet speed to all your devices.
A bunch of jackasses, man.
If you are considered a poor.
It's just stupid, man.
Well, they're communist. People tend, and kind of like I don't know if we.
Dude, they got the world's largest army, man. These dudes ain't no joke, man. To be honest with you.
If you have a low social credit score, they will ban your children from the best schools because you have dishonored your family. They will stop you from getting the best jobs.
Crazy, man.
They will prevent you from staying at finer hotels.
Holy shit! Holy shit! No matter how much money you got. You can, but if you go to check into the hotel and they go, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. So-and-so. Apparently, you smoked in a non-smoking area, and you got other few infractions here. You can't stay here.
There's also reportedly a list of good citizens that will be reported to better matchmaking websites. I mean, they're literally trying to control every aspect of their citizens' life. And I think we spoke about this a while back. I was watching a few weeks ago the best of the 90s. Oh, no, the best of the 80s. And they were talking about how
it's coming to an end.
We brought down the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, I remember
and back then, we actually had a visual reminder of the horrors of communism. You had East Berlin and West Berlin.
Yes,
One side, it was capitalism. Everybody had great jobs, greater jobs. And they had somewhat of a decent lifestyle. And right on the other side, Russia controlled the other side of Berlin. It was pure chaos.
Wow.
It was famine, no work. You had to wait in line for food.
Yep.
When you went to the grocery store, you only had a few items to choose from. People were literally trying to run through the DMZ and getting shot because they wanted to get over to capitalism.
My uncle lived in West Berlin for 33 years actually, and used to run auto parts over into the east to help the people out with their cars because they couldn't find auto parts.
Yeah.
It was, they couldn't find auto parts. I mean, it was just, but that was his little racket that he had. But man.
And so now extreme communism has caught up with the digital world.
Dude, it's so crazy.
And trust me, China's leading the technology on this. I'm sure it's going to go into other communistic societies.
I was checking Russia out and how Russia's internet system works and how their servers are placed in certain areas, around the state of Russia, and how they put all these firewalls up to prevent certain things from entering in.
Yeah, proxy servers.
Yeah, into their country.
Well, and it's like that on a lower level over in Europe.
I was like, whoa, man.
Stan Haney would have listeners who would call them and say that their streaming apps, the live streaming apps, would not work when they're over in Europe.
Wow.
I think a lot of it has less to do with government control and more with copywriting because the music gets streamed.
It's true.
And things like that.
Very true. Very true. But it's just amazing how certain countries dictate, the World Wide Web, I thought in the beginning was supposed to be, hey, it's a whole global thing, it's going to connect everybody in business and people can.
Then it has, and it did.
Chat, and it has, and it did. But then now it's gotten to the point to where it's altering nations. It's altering. I mean, it's a weapon.
It has shrunk the world.
And it's become a weapon, man.
And
No doubt.
It's used easily to influence.
Yeah.
And change the minds of young people. And we've talked about this in the past. During the 60s, the hippies had a saying, which was don't trust anybody over the age of 30.
Yeah.
Because anybody under the age of 30, they have minimum life experience. They're easily mind altered.
Yeah.
You can tell them how to think. And you see it a lot nowadays with these young, once again, going back to young college kids, whereas when you're 33, 35, you've gone through that time, you start to cement your own thoughts and your own beliefs, and you're less likely to have your thoughts swayed by other people and social influences.
Yeah.
You take more of the stance of F you, I know what I believe in, whereas young cats are easily swayed. Easily. Yeah.
Easily.
Yep.
Wow. It's just the damn. It's and I'm not anti social media by any means. I think Facebook's taken a big change, in my opinion. Twitter's kind of headed that way.
Well, Twitter's a political shit show. Obviously, what you see on Twitter is directly based off of who you follow. However, it just seems like the demographic that go that way are more into the political stuff, and it's just.
Okay.
One day, I just for fun, because I never use my Twitter that much, I just started unfollowing people who posted anything political, whether it's pro or anti-Trump or whatever.
Right.
And after about 7 people, I just stopped. I was like, I won't have anybody left to follow.
Yeah, everybody's going to be gone, right? Because everybody's posting stuff. I mean, now, Instagram has become my new platform, and I'm telling you, man, I like it because it's just...
Well, it's owned by Facebook.
It is owned by Facebook, but the pictures and the commentary are people just chilling, a lot of it. A lot of people just having fun, doing their thing, whatever it is that they're out doing, posting pictures of skating and things of that nature. So I just think that the whole, what else do they got? Tumblr and all this other stuff to go through, or how that works. But 100% of my stuff that I get is non-political, man. It almost 100%.
Well, once again, it's a direct reflection of who you follow. Now, interestingly enough, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all.
Right.
We're sitting here talking about Facebook and all the kind of crazy crap we're going into.
Yeah.
And I look up, and the laptop, which supports our live feed, has something on the screen.
I noticed.
And we've been streaming the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, please log in.
Uh-huh.
So we've been streaming now for 20 minutes. And just as we happen to be talking about Facebook,
shuts down.
The laptop that is providing the live stream of this podcast mysteriously logs out.
Dude.
And I had to go over there and restart the video feed. So I had to label it, episode 34, part 2.
Man?
It's just a little weird that we happen to be talking
about. So we just lost everybody.
Yeah, I just had to start a new feed. So we just actually had to go in stream of this pod and relaunch. Ignore the W real quick, and I had to go over there and restart the video feed. So it literally just ended the stream.
It kicked us out.
It said it logged me out of Facebook on that computer.
It kicked us out.
We're not doing anything any different than we've done for the last 8 or 9 live feeds.
Yeah, it kicked. It said, hey, dude, bro.
Could be coincidental. I just thought it was a little weird.
No, I'm telling you, that's not weird, man. That's stuff that's happening, bro. That stuff is on point. Everything, man, is constantly watching, tracking, following us, checking out every move we do. It's weird. Now, I do have something a little weird, and maybe you can read this. I don't know.
What is it?
So today at about 1:05 this afternoon, Now, I don't mess around on the internet, but for some reason, I don't know if this is mass or if this is singular, sent to one person. But dude, when this popped up on my phone, I went, "Are you kidding me?" And I said, "I got to save it for the show. D-Train's got to see that. He's got to see this." Now, has this ever happened to you? You got to see this, man. Come on now.
Well, for starters, this is part of your phone app that produces phone numbers.
Okay, is that what's
so it's
going
clearly
on,
a spam bot.
Okay.
But it says, "I am 100 emoji, 100% young. I'm 100% pretty. I'm 100% sweet. I'm 100% sexy.
Yeah, right.
You can F in different styles. My body is very soft.
Oh, really?
When you kiss my breast, kiss my, all one word, in parentheses, orgasm.
Oh, really? Very good.
I'll be crazy to F. I promise I'll make, one word,
dude, how does
you
this
happy.
Happen?
You come here is totally free." Yeah, I mean, it's a spam bot.
Is it from? It's obviously from the app that we use.
Well, it's just like Facebook has gotten better at it, but back in the MySpace days, MSN communities, Yahoo GeoCities, Yahoo Instant Messenger, AOL Instant Messenger, you would just constantly get all these fake messages from porn bots and spam bots, and that's all. You're just getting one through your text now app.
Well, that's the first one I ever got, dude. I've been with this for over a year now, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? This is weird. You know why? You know, it just went bing, and I'm like, huh? And I look, and I was like,
so how's your stand-up act going?
I don't want to talk about that, man. All right, dude. All right, you know that was a bunch of BS. I got put on point the other on Friday on that one.
Well, it sounded like you had some subject matter ready.
Well,
you sound like you had a set put up.
I've got things
and
general, but I don't
to
have
satisfy your curiosity. An open mic set is usually 2 minutes.
And I thought 5 minutes was. I'm like,
that's a long go
man.
for.
Come on now.
Yeah, I mean it
But
could
like
be 5, but I think usually 2 to 3.
No, I could probably.
Who's calling you, fool? Is that your buddy Jim?
Nah. Somebody else. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. This is my buddy smells like funk.
Okay.
Funk and Rips, man.
Sure.
My buddy Funk and Rips is calling me. Anyways, yeah, the stand-up stuff, man. I was just like, you know, first of all, I'm outside, we're all talking, and then it was like, "Hey, do it," and I went, "What? What are you talking about, man?" I was like, "Bro," me and D-Train have talked about this before, but I'm not prepped. I'm not ready for this. And they're like, "Come on, man," you know, and I'm like, "Okay, you want to make, all right, you know what? I'll just throw it out there, whatever I got, you know, hell." Thank you very much. I ate mealworms. That deserves a damn applause.
Now, were those deep fried mealworms or regular mealworms?
Regular, and
back in the '90s, a friend of mine went to Seattle, and he came back with a bag of deep fried barbecue flavored mealworms. They were essentially just the shell.
No, these things were.
Were they live?
There was still a couple of them moving around. I could swear I saw them moving around. These things were
gooey.
I didn't vomit. I was surprised. I didn't vomit, but it was like that thin peanut shell because they got the exoskeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I picked that all weekend out of my mouth, man, like all weekend long.
Back in high school, I swallowed a live goldfish on a dare once.
Did you? Oh, that's not a bad deal, man. I'll do a goldfish, really bad. That's
not
a good deal,
one little tiny ones that look like the miniature.
Like one of those damn Japanese fighting fish.
Well, no, the ones that almost look like a miniature koi fish.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, that's a pretty big swallow fish there, man. But yeah, those worms sucked. They sucked. I mean, you know, I could see them on a taco or something. Yeah. You know, throw some hot sauce on it, it might be all right.
I don't know about all that.
I'm serious. And the more I started once I got into it, but would I recommend at least try it once? Yes. Eat it all the time? No. No, not at all. Not at all. Now, I want to revert to the ladies right now.
Ooh, ladies.
Because... what the hell is going on with women's fingernails.
What are you talking about?
Okay? What I'm talking about is, some ladies get the, what do they call that? Like the French manicures where they're nice, it's tight, whatever.
Yeah, they got the little white line.
Well, apparently the new gig is to get them extended, clear, extended top, extended bottom, obviously. Put live bugs in there, seal them up, and now
What kind of ghetto ass shit have you been watching?
And now you've got ants.
I know, I'm not buying it.
I'm not joking.
I'm not saying that one or two people haven't done it to get some.
I'm not joking yet. Yeah, I'm not joking. Look online. Look, check it out. They put little mini frogs in there.
How can you be productive or do anything with your life with long ass fingernails? I mean,
dude, I don't know, man. These chicks are hanging out in the hood, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You lived in California too, bro. You know there's bars on every damn house and store and everything. Look, check it out. Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Quit yelling.
Sorry. I'll just keep it right there.
Yeah.
Check it out, dude. I'm telling you, man.
Australian nail artist seals huge bugs into their acrylic.
See what I'm saying, dude?
It's like, that's from 2016.
No, bro. Well, apparently.
And she's
I'm seeing new stuff, man. Like where it's happening in Compton and in ghettos all over America, where it's caught on to where they're taking local bugs, local ants.
Yeah, they're putting like wings of butterflies just to get the designs.
They're putting actual creatures inside their damn nails, man. That's some crazy stuff, bro.
That is what it is.
Why would you do something like that?
Have cool pictures on Instagram.
Is that really what it's all about now? Is it how cool I can look on Instagram?
Absolutely.
Or how,
We're a narcissistic society. I'm guilty of it too.
Dude, I don't know what I do, man, but damn.
Can you do impressions?
Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, why?
No, I'm just wondering because we're talking about doing stand-up comedy. And a lot of those guys are really good at doing impressions, and I can't do voices at all. I mean, my voice sucks enough the way it is.
I can do some stuff. Like, hey, Tom, like I can do some New Yorker stuff, like, hey, Tom, let me just tell you a little bit of something. Your sister last night, granted, I work real hard in construction, and I do a lot of nailing, and I just got to tell you, I nailed your sister last night.
That's not that good.
I know, man.
Any other? See, you can't do impressions. I wish I could.
I mean, I can if I got down to it. I just got to think about it. I'm not good. Everybody seems to do Christopher Walken. I don't know why. That's I
used to know somebody who did that really well.
The go-to. Yeah, I think we probably knew the same person.
And that person is big into flag football.
Is he?
And apparently got jacked up today.
Did he really?
And has to have plastic surgery.
Get out. Is it the guy we know that I know? Oh.
Apparently, when he got hit, he bit his lip.
Oh.
And his lip, he damn near bit his lip off. It's insane.
Has he got a picture?
On Instagram. It's effing disgusting, but yeah.
I want to see it.
I
like gnarly stuff, man.
If I can find it.
That's like the Hall of Meat from Thrasher magazine, dude. It's like the Hall of Meat, man. All the skaters that do, they get credit carded and everything else.
Yeah.
Just for you guys who don't know what credit card means, it's, you get the board in your ass cracked, credit card.
So keep talking while host your show while I find.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I was just sitting here. I'm sitting here thinking about I'm sitting here thinking about our poor buddy, man. That he's gonna have to get lip surgery.
He says he's got that plastic surgery.
That's pretty burly, man. That sucks. I've been there though. I've effed myself up pretty good. I'll never forget, man, when I first got my first PK Ripper.
What the hell's that?
Bicycle, man. BMX bike.
Hmm.
And it had.
When I was a kid, everybody wanted red lines and like mongoose.
Yeah, red line mongoose.
There's is after.
I had a PK Ripper.
There's is before.
Dude, hold on.
Like literally half his lip is hanging off from like the underneath the nose all the way down to the corner of his mouth. Look like he bit his lip off.
Bro, this is from just flag football.
Yeah, it's flag football.
He takes it serious, no?
Yeah, he's like in his late 40s, and yeah, he face paints the whole nine yards. He bit his damn lip off.
Dude, bro, that is gnarly looking, man.
Apparently, that if you swipe to the left, you're able to sew it back on. So
All right,
it
hold on.
apparently doesn't need full blown.
Okay.
It doesn't need full blown plastic surgery.
No, that's a nice little stitch. Hey, they stitched my knuckle back on, man. Come on.
So you got anything else on your list of shit?
They stitched my knuckle. I don't know. This lip rip's pretty trippy.
I wish I could post a photo of it.
I know.
But I'm sure he wouldn't care, but I don't want to send any.
I love.
That's just gross.
I love the lip rip. Hey, I do want to talk about a major television show.
Okay.
Shark Tank, man. You ever watch it?
Well, I not intentionally. It used to be on when I used to go to the gym at night. It would be on. It was either that or American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
well, did you hear about this new male supplement thing called True Testo that actually all 5 panelists invested in?
No.
Apparently, it is a super drug now for men that are in 35 plus age gamut, probably 40 plus. I'd say 35, 40 plus age gamut, and it brings back all kinds of testosterone and things that they say that you lose. Now, who knows? People lose it at all different rates at different ages, but these guys, man, just got the largest amount of money.
Nice.
From the
sex sells and penis pills do too.
Yeah, from the Shark Tank panel, man. Well, apparently, dude, it helps gain 20 pounds of muscle, dude, in less than 3 months. I mean, is that a steroid?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like it would be a steroid, but apparently it's all FDA certified, and it sold unbelievably fast off the shelves. And dude, why you got to do that?
It's gross, man.
Dude, hold on, let me get another look at that on the field and everything. Hey, brother. All my best to you, man. I hope everything works out all right.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, you're going to be using a straw for a little bit, I can tell you that.
Drinking any hot coffee, that's for goddamn sure.
Oh, dude, you're not going to do, bro. Oh, man, that is a sensitive part. Don't they say that your lips are one of the most sensitive parts of your body, obviously?
I'd guess. I have no idea.
I think they do. I think your lips are one of the most sensitive parts of the whole body, man. And, oh, my God, bro, no way. Sorry, brother. I hope things heal up for you, man. Damn, that's hardcore. Damn, that's hardcore, man. How in the hell do you get yourself in a situation
in flag football? I don't know.
Yeah, like that. But yeah, so this it's called, I don't know, True Testo or something like this. You might have to go back and look at the episode on Shark Tank, man. But I was like, dude, check this out. And I never watch TV, because I don't even really have one, man.
Sure.
And I was over at my buddy's house, and he was watching it, and I said, what the hell is this? I said, this is, and he's like, oh, it's the first time ever everybody's voted. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, hey, whatever.
Before we wrap up the show,
yeah.
As we all know, a few weeks ago, I had to replace the retention tank on my water system.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Even though every day I drive down the street and I see the pipes are getting closer to my house, which means I just dropped $200 I didn't have. I had to max out a credit card that I can't afford to pay on to get a retention tank for my water system. But I was out mowing my grass today, and I'm along my fence line, and I'm sloshing through water.
Right.
I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? I kind of look over the fence, see if my neighbor's draining his pool or whatever, and he's not. And I see kind of water rising up out of my yard. I'm like, what the? And I reach down there, and I find this little black hose, and water's just gushing out of it. And I'm like, the sprinkler line break? But my sprinklers are unplugged because, one, it rains every goddamn day, and I don't need them. And two, I unplugged them. And so I pull it out a little bit, and just water is pouring out of it. And I started looking at my well system because I just replaced the retention tank. I'm thinking, well, is it leaking? But why would it be coming out of this hose? Turns out it's the hose coming off my water softener, and it was stuck in drain mode, I guess I call it.
Okay.
Which I don't know the first thing about well systems or water purification systems. The retention tank was easy enough to replace because all you do is cut it in PVC and glue new ones in.
Yeah.
And so I got online anyhow. I took the cover off and I turned it off of the flush mode, and I set it to refill the salt tank tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. But what I understand, those things are pretty goddamn expensive. And that's what prevents you from having hard water.
Absolutely.
And so now the question is going to be, Do I max out another credit card that I can't afford to pay on a water softener just to have the city water be forced on me within the next 6 months? Or do I ride it out with hard water and just watch all my clothes get fucked up in the washing machine?
Yeah.
But literally every day I get up there and there's more and more pipes coming this way.
I know there are.
But the thing is, they already did my dad's neighborhood. He's still not hooked up, so I don't know how long it's going to take to hook up to it. So if anybody knows anything about water softeners out there, send me a message on here. I got to get the damn thing looked at. Hopefully it just needed reset.
Is there any way you can...
No, what it is the water softener, that's what sucks the salt.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And puts it in your water.
Exactly.
Well, apparently it has a timer on it where it flushes that crap out occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah, I just hit my steps for the day. From all my arm waving. 14,500. Mowed the lawn. But anyhow, apparently it flushes that system out and then it refills it. Well, it was running nonstop. So one, it's burning through my salt. Two, it's making my pump run. And three, it's damn near flooding my neighbor's yard out because it's going in the easement and their property sits a little lower than mine.
Right. So.
But it's like, I don't know the first thing about these goddamn things. And now I'm going to have to possibly buy a new one just to have it rendered useless unless I somehow have it hooked up to when I get the city water to soften it. But most people don't soften their city water unless my brother lives in Vegas because he was telling me they have the hardest water in the goddamn country.
Yeah, they do. They do have water out there.
It's like, man, that's another thing. I need to get one of those whole home warranty systems.
Don't buy into
my
that.
My brother has one. His refrigerator went on the fritz, they replaced it. His washing machine went on the fritz, they replaced it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
The whole home warranty where it's like, if your
it's
AC,
like
if this goes, that goes, this goes, that goes.
He had it on his condo and his house.
Take care of it.
Yep.
It really works?
Yeah.
I never, I thought that was such a scam, dude. It's like the, it's like your warranty.
I bought this house.
It's like the car warranty when your car warranty runs out. It's like, oh, let's buy this extended.
Well, listen up. The day I bought this house, the very next day the water heater went out. Had to buy a new water heater. I've had to buy a new retention tank. Now I'm possibly going to have to buy a new goddamn water softener system.
That's being a homeowner, I guess, but
be a broke ass homeowner.
Well, but like you say, do you go and buy a whole new system since you know that things are coming down?
But once again, they did my dad's neighborhood. He's still not hooked up, so I don't know how long the hookup's going to take.
They've already dug the holes, laid the pipe.
Oh, his neighborhood is trashed. My poor stepmom, before she passed away, I had to go over to their house to get a part. And I called her. I said, "Can you meet me at Publix?" I said, "I just washed my car, and if I drive through your neighborhood, it's gonna be like flushing $14." Because not only did they they tore up the whole damn street. Her whole yard going to the neighborhood is gravel.
Yeah.
And it's just
I know.
Perfect example. When you go down here,
I know you're talking.
When you get by the big box store down here, that road that runs parallel with the main thoroughfare, it is completely destroyed right now because they're doing theirs. I mean, they don't just dig trenches along the road. Yeah. They tear the whole goddamn road up because they got to run underneath the street.
Oh, absolutely. They got to run.
And so my neighborhood, when it finally happens, it's going to suck.
Dude.
Not to mention the monthly bills.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're going to get, it's going to be trashed.
Well, it's getting late. It's a Sunday night. Dude. We got a late start.
Yeah, we got to go to work, huh?
So let's wrap it up.
Another job.
I worked like all day yesterday, but that's neither here nor there.
Dude, I never stop working.
Anyhow, it's another episode of the Waterman and D-Train Show. Please find us on Apple iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. You can find us on the Stitcher podcast. And you can find us here. You can find all these videos on YouTube as well.
Absolutely. You
can track me down on Instagram at Donovan410. Actually, no, I think it's D-Train. No, I don't even know what the hell my Instagram is.
What are you at now, Don?
I don't know. It's D-Train9. No, it's not even that anymore. I changed it.
Jeez, man.
I don't even know anymore. Anyhow, just go to d-410.com. Get you a snazzy shirt, kind of like the one I'm wearing.
Yeah, check that out, man. Show it off a little bit, man.
And all that fun stuff. You can find Dave's information there. You can find me on Instagram at dtrain410. You can find me on Twitter at Donovan410. And obviously, my Facebook pages. Thanks so much. Share us with a friend. It's National Podcast Day. Share us with a friend.
Yes. We
need some more listeners. We need some more love.
Yeah, we do, man. We do. We need some more love, man. I love the shirt, though, by the way.
Thank you.
It actually did come out really nice, man.
Appreciate it.
I got to get one of those. Got to go to d-410.com and get me one.
Order shirts today.
All right.
Well, I'm out. You take off the show.
All right, brother. Once again, you can find me, Dave the Waterman, at Dave_the_Waterman on Instagram. The only social media website that I'm allowed to attend on.
No, it's the only one you actually follow the policies and actually have a real name. You can be on Facebook if you quit making Waterman pages. You need to make a Dave page, a private page, and then create a public persona.
We'll figure it out. But anyways, you can follow me right there, man. That's always good to know. But hey, we always enjoy having you guys along for the ride, man. And tell your friends, let everybody know to, tune into the show. And let's turn this into one big party, man. Let's just really build this and have a wooing good time. And we'll catch you guys all again next week. Thanks for tuning in. All right.